morning, everybody. It's Kathy Champion and welcome back to my craft room. Today we're going to work on some more Valentine's cards, and as I promised, we are going to do more of the embossing end of it, and I'm going to go back and revisit Perfect Pearls. So many of you spoke out when I demoed the Perfect Pearls that you had never heard of them. They have been around for quite a while. I'm going to link in the video below where you can go and get these. They are fairly inexpensive in the realm of embossing powders and that sort of thing. So you can find them in individual colors. You can get them like 3 to 4 on a card. I think some of them are like 2 colors on a card. But you can actually build by just buying a jar, and I think they're like $2.69, I believe. I believe that's how much they are on scrapbook.com. You may want to shop around. I have not seen these in my local craft store. I really haven't looked for them because normally when I need something like this, I go online and look for the best price and then just purchase it and have it delivered. You can also check Amazon if you are an Amazon Prime, and that way you can get that free shipping, which is always a plus. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And what I did is I pulled out some scrap pieces of cardstock. And I'm going to grab a piece of white as well. So we are going to work with this color scheme, a black, a white, and a red. And I thought I wanted to do something a little bold today, since yesterday I did the very soft pastel colors. So I have this heart embossing folder. I want to use it. Of course, I've got my Perfect Pearls right here and my little brushes. So I'm just going to throw these in here with that. I've got my VersaMark, oops, I was using it a while ago playing around with it, so evidently I didn't get the top one tight, but this is my VersaMark watermark ink stamp, so we will be using that. I also I pulled some Valentine stamps, and one is, this is the newest stamp from Bill and Trixie at mindlesscrafting.com, and it's just called Valentine's Day. And these little characters are cute. We've got love, we've got a cute little heart, one with a zebra print and one with a brick, which I thought was cute. I did stamp out and used the Perfect Pearls on this little black banner, and then I just fussy cut around it. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that. I was just playing around. We have also, Maymay has a stamp set called Trixie's Valentine, and there's some real cute little things in here that we might be able to use in our cards. So I just pulled a few things like that, and I think what we're going to do is get started. I tried on this little scrap piece of doing the embossing, and then I put my VersaMark ink over it, dusted it with the Perfect Pearls, and set it with a spritz of water. Look how beautiful that is. And oh, that's something I forgot to tell y'all in the first video. I don't know why that's totally slipped my mind, but to set your Perfect Pearl, you need a spritz water bottle. Now, I picked this up at Walmart like 97 cents. I have several of these and I use them for different things, but I labeled it water so I wouldn't be confused of what was in here, and I just keep this filled with water for that purpose. So you will need a little spritzer, you know, whatever you have that might be a spray bottle. You might not even have to go out and buy one. You might have a little hairspray bottle that you can wash out, fill it with water, label it, keep it in your craft room, just stick it in a little container or something somewhere. Okay, like I said, I pulled scraps out of my scrap drawer for all of these, and let's see, this piece is 4.5 by 11, so I think I'm going to use this as my base. So let me move my stuff out of my way so we can get our scoreboard up here, because I think the first thing I want to do is I want to score this. And let's see, we have 4.5, no. Let's cut this down to 4 1/4 because I want it to be a A2 size card. Now I am going to lay this on top of my scoreboard, and I know that I can get my cut on this because I've got my feet planted solidly on this board. And as you can see, we just need to take a scant 1/8 of an inch off of that. So that's pretty easy to do. So now we have an A2 size card base, and I'm going to lay this into my scoreboard. And let me grab my bone folder, and we're going to score this at 5.5. So 5.5 is right there. And I'm going to get a good score on it. Turn it over, match it, and press it down. So there. Now that's ready. So what I want to do now is I want to decide if I want a panel, and I'm thinking I want to do this. But I need to decide if I want it just a little panel to one side, or if I want it to go in the middle of the card. Decisions, decisions. I'm going to go ahead and cut a mat that's going to measure 4. Let's see if we have 4 on here. Yeah, let's do 4 by 5 1/4. And this will give us a good little mat. And I'm going to run this through our embossing machine, my little die cut machine. I'm going to lay this inside this folder. This is such a cute little heart embossing folder. So, and I got this, I can't remember if I got it at Hobby Lobby on sale, but it came with a stamp set as well. And you know, I probably need to find that stamp set because I might be able to use some of the sentiments off of it. But I'm just going to lay this in my machine and run it through. And we'll come back on camera in just a moment. I always push them through one way and then wheel it back to me the other direction. That way I'm sure to get a really good impression. And I'm going to bring that up to the camera. You see the hearts? But we are going to accentuate that quite a bit with using our Perfect Pearls. So I'm going to prep this first, and in prepping I'm going to use my powder tool. Always remember, anytime you're using a VersaMark ink, you want to use, whether it's Perfect Pearls or whatever, you want to use your powder tool. That's so important. Alright, the next thing I want to do is grab my VersaMark ink, and I am going to do this so lightly. I'm going to go over it several times, but I'm doing it very, very lightly. I want to see where the ink is landing, but I don't want to rub it or scrub it on there because I only want it on those raised areas. So I'm being very, very careful. I know it looks like I'm putting force on it, but I am barely tapping. So, and that's what you want to do. You just want to barely, barely tap with your VersaMark. And if you don't have VersaMark ink, if you buy the little pack of 3 or 4 on a card, you will get this perfect medium. And this is the very same thing as the VersaMark. I use this because it's bigger and I can cover more surface with it. And I'm a fan of the VersaMark. So I'm just going to go all over this. Like I said, no scrubbing, just a good little tap, tap, tap. And I think we're pretty good. So let's go ahead and cover this up. And let's decide which Perfect Pearl we're going to use. And I think I'm going to use the one that says Perfect Pearls. And this is the, it's like an alabaster white. It's a very white embossing powder, or Perfect Pearls. So I'm going to grab my small brush, and I'm going to get my big one because we're going to sweep with it. Now when you buy your perfect pearls, a small brush will come with them, one like this. So we're going to start up here in the top corner, and I am just going to ever so slightly lay the perfect pearls on. I know y'all really enjoyed seeing the perfect pearls. It is a wonderful medium. I think it's very underused. I'm sure it was one of those products when it came out, it was super popular, and then it just kind of faded away. But I love them, and they're so versatile. There's so many things that you can do with Perfect Pearl. You can take these and put them on a glass mat, a little bit of it, and spritz some water in it, and you can watercolor with them. And it gives you a very nice shimmer. You can take a little bit and put in a bottle, like the spritzer bottle, fill it about halfway with water, and make a shimmer mist. So then you can spray over your piece, and you have a beautiful shimmer on it. You can use them with, like we did just now. You can actually stamp with layered stamps and use the 2 different colors. So they are very, very versatile in what you can do with them. So, you know, I would say experiment with your perfect pearls, play with them, and you may even come up with other ways to use them. They are very, very versatile. Okay, so we got that all on there, so I am going to pick up my brush that I dropped first, and I am going to bring over one of my little cleaning cloths. But we're going to brush this off first with the surface sweep, just like that. And then I'm going to get this powder off of my work surface. Now I'm going to take my microfiber cloth, and I am going to go in here and just ever so slightly clean that up. Isn't that gorgeous? How pretty is that going to be? I go back and just do a little fine sweeping on it. Okay, we'll move all that out of our way. And now we're going to spritz this, and I'm going to show you how to do this. You do not want to soak it. You want to take your bottle, spray it in the air, and I'm going to try to do this so you can see. I'm going to spray it in the air, and I'm going to bring that up to the water, just like that. Do it about 3 or 4 times. And then there you go. You can see I got a little water on it because it's starting to warp it just a tiny bit. Not to worry, we can just flatten that out by laying it underneath anything flat. So I laid it over here on my my die cut machine, and I just put the plate over top of it for just a few minutes and let it sit there. So now let's go ahead and get to the base of our card. We have our card here. I want to do something with a die cut, and I am thinking that I want to use, I got these I believe at Tuesday Morning. I don't remember how much they were, but these are by Momenta, and they were just like little border cuts, and I fell in love with this one. So I want some hearts to be either going across our card, and I'm thinking I want to cut these in red because red hearts just totally scream Valentine's Day. So I'm going to bring our panel back over because we're going to glue that down. But this card is going to be all about hearts, as you can see. And I've got another piece of red here. I'm going to take this die cut and I'm just going to cut it out right here on this little edge. So I'm just going to put this over here on my die machine, and I'm going to run it through real quick. Now I know this cut's really good because I did experiment earlier today with it. And that just shot right out the back. Did y'all hear that? But that's okay. It didn't, nothing moved, and I think everything cut really well. So there we go, there's our piece. So I'm going to very gently lift it off of my cardstock. Just like that, and then we need to take out our little pieces. So I'm going to use a pokey tool for that, and maybe this one. And all I'm going to do is just lift it. I'm going to hold that piece down and lift it, and just take out these excess little heart pieces. And it's like every other one comes out, and the other ones are kind of put in there to stay. And it looks like trailing hearts, I think. So I just thought this would be so super cute on this card. Now we are going to have to cut this off because, let's face it, unless we run it this way. Maybe we'll run it that way. That would be really cute. Run it. See, you notice what I'm doing before I commit with my glue. I'm just laying my pieces down. This is a good rule of thumb whether you're a seasoned crafter or if you are a beginner. Don't glue anything down until you place everything like you want it. And then you can kind of get a feel if this is really how you want this card to look. So I think something like this. And I'm going to cut another piece, and I'm thinking that I may want to do a white strip, maybe across the bottom, and we might even frame it in some red. So I'm going to move the card off to the side, move my dies out of the way, and I'm going to trim out. And you know what? I might not even have to cut that piece. Let's see what we have over here. Got a piece over here, and this is heavy. This is the Not Your Mama's cardstock, and the reason I can tell, if you ever use this, you will know without a doubt that this is Not Your Mama's, because you will be thinking you've got 3 pieces of cardstock. It's not. It's Not Your Mama's. So I'm going to cut a piece that is about 1.5 inches. Oops! Did y'all see what I just did? Let's turn it around and try it on the other side. That's how heavy this cardstock is. You have to really hold on to it because it is so super thick. It will definitely move in your trimmer. But I love this stuff. If you're making a sticker or anything for the back of a card, I want to cut another piece of black about the same size, a little bit smaller, and that looks like it's going to work. And we're going to do it at 1. And I think what we're going to do with this is I'm going to glue this onto here, but not until we're ready. We're going to do, let's cut it down just a little bit. Let's cut it, let's see, we have a piece here that is 4. Let's cut this down to 3. And this one is 4 1/4. So let's cut this one down to 3 1/4. And that right there should give us the right dimensions that we need, and it does. Alright, so now all we need to do, and like I said, I'm doing really quickie cards, and I think I'm going to put on here, Will You Be Mine? And I think that's all we need on here. But we're going to use the Perfect Pearls to stamp this on this black, and then we're going to go back and put down our Perfect Pearls on here. And I think I'm going to keep it Very simple, and I'm going to use that same color so it will match the background. I think that would be beautiful like that. And we're going to do some little fancy footwork on this one. And let's see, which one of my crocodiles is my stud and scallop? Okay, stub and scallop, and I think I want to do the stub. So I'm going to put this in here nice and tight. Make sure that it's in there all the way down. I usually hold my thumb there so it doesn't slip. And the same here. And punch. And there and punch. And there and punch. Now that's going to look really cute. And I'm not sure if I want to punch this one yet. I am going to stamp it first and put it on here and see what it looks like before I commit. But that looks like really good right there. And you know, I think I might drop this in my Misty, just for good measure. And the reason I like to use the Misty, and y'all know this, I figure if you got a tool, use it. Now, if you don't have a Misty, please don't think you can't do this. You still can do it. But since I have it, I'm going to use it because I want to make sure that this is on here perfect. Now I'm going to use my powder tool to make sure I don't pick up any static, and then I'm going to lay this down and I'm going to center it just like that and pick it up, and then we're going to use our VersaMark and we're going to ink this up really good. Now I'm going to go this way. The reason I'm going to go this way is I want to just kiss the top of that stamp. And then we're going to stamp it over. And usually with the VersaMark, and especially using the powder tool, you can see your image. You can see it looks wet, but it's really, a lot of people think this is just a glue pad, but it's not. It is a type of clear ink that is used for embossing. Now, if you wanted to, you could very well do this with an ink. You could do it with a pigment ink, and then put your perfect pearls over that, and it would be beautiful as well. Okay, and that's usually called color on color. So if I was going to do this, I would actually stamp this in my white alabaster ink, and then I would emboss it with the perfect pearls. But let's go ahead and take this piece out. And I'm just going to leave this in for right now. I'll clean that up after we finish. I have gotten better about that. I used to want to clean as I go, and it would make the videos just way too long. Y'all don't want to watch me clean. You want to watch me craft. So let's put this on here. And just get it down in there really good. Will you be mine? And I want to find a stamp set. I used to always tell my children, especially my son, that you are my heart. And I want to find a stamp set that says that. So, if anybody knows where I can find one, would you link it in the bottom? That was just something that me and my son had in common for so long, and he still is my heart. You know, mama's boy. we all have our children. You know, it's so funny because I love my 3 children the same, but I love them different. If that makes any sense, and I think any of you that have more than one child, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. I love each one of my children for different reasons. Now I'm going to go ahead and spritz this to set it. That looks good. So let's put my top back on my little spritzer. And now we need to put this, let me wipe my mat off because I did get a little water on it with my spritzer, but that's alright. I think I do want to, or do I? I want some little red hearts on here somewhere. Yeah, I want to do the corners on this. And we did the stub, so I'm going to do the stub on this as well. I'm going to put that down in there and down in here. And then do it on the other side and that side. Yeah, that looks so stinking cute, and I think I want to pop it up. So let's find a little bit of foam tape. We don't need it, but just a small piece. And I'm just going to cut off a piece about like that, and then we're going to cut that in half. And I'm going to put a piece right up here at the top, and then right down here in the bottom. And we're going to pull our backer off. And we're just going to stick this right here. Now, I did not get any inspiration for this card except out of my own head, and I know that's dangerous, isn't it? But I saw this particular die. I knew that I wanted to play with more with the Perfect Pearls, so I thought this would be so cute. So I am going to glue this down diagonally. Let's lay this on here and make sure it's where we want it. I'm thinking in the middle. I like that in the middle. Okay, so I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and move the card base out of the way. I'm going to grab my little Precision, Nouveau Precision glue pen, and we're going to use this again. Hopefully today I won't drop it like I did yesterday. I made a mess with it yesterday. And after bragging on how good it is to use this, today I'm going to be a little more cautious, and I'm going to use my tweezers. So, let's put a little bit of glue here, here, just ever so. What's so nice about this, you can put the glue exactly where you want it. These are available in my shop. I think I have a couple left. They did sell, so I will be getting some more in. So if you go out over there and you don't see it, you drop me an email and let me know that you want one, and that way when I order, which will probably be sometime between now and the end of the week, I'll know exactly how many I need to order, because I'll make sure I order one for ever how many people that contact me, plus a few more. Okay, I am going to pick this up using my tweezers. This way I won't drop it like I did yesterday. You know that old saying, we live and learn, or we learn from our mistakes? Never a truer statement said. Now look how nice that goes down with that glue pen. It looks like I didn't get quite enough under, oops. Now, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay, let's do the bone folder. I'm going to lay the bone folder over it. I was going to do my plate, but I think the bone folder will work. We just need something with a little weight to hold that down until it adheres. And then I'm just going to use the bone folder just to press it down into the... Another thing that makes it a little harder to glue on top of this is the fact that we're gluing to Perfect Pearls and we're gluing to a bumpy surface, because this is raised up with the embossing. See, you can see from under here that it's raised this way, upward. Okay, so I think we're ready now to put this on the base of our card. So I'm going to turn it over, and I am going to use my... I'm dropping everything today, y'all. I'm going to use my ATG to just adhere this. And this works really good. It gives us a nice little finish. I think that looks so, so pretty on that red. And I think it's just gorgeous. So now we're gonna, do I want to pop that up? I don't think so. I think because we've got the black popped up on the white, I think we can glue this straight down. And I am going to reach for my art glitter glue for that. But let me wipe this off. I'm going to use my little microfiber cloth, clean off that tip, and put your top back on it. Like I said, I have so enjoyed that little glue pen. They are phenomenal. I've been looking for something like that, and I bought a couple of glue pens that just didn't perform like I wanted them. This one has definitely exceeded my expectations. So I'm going to put this down right about here. I want it down just a little bit, not quite in the center, but not at the bottom. And you know what else I'm going to do? I want to punch some hearts. I lost a magnet. I'm glad I saw that. I want to punch some little hearts. Let's see. I know I have a heart punch. I want some little red hearts. So on my piece of red, I am just going to go in and punch out some little red hearts. Just ever so. About like that. And if we want more, we can come back and put them in. I just want some falling hearts to be falling all around, here and there, or all around on this card. I think I am going to punch a few more. Oops, I cut the end off of that one. That's because I wasn't doing it like I should. I should always make sure that I'm seeing what I'm punching. And if you cut and you need some more space up there where you're cutting, just take your scissors and trim around it. And then this way you've got some more real estate for your hearts. Again. And using it on these little ends like this is wonderful because you can really take advantage of all of your paper. Alright, let's see if we got enough of them now. Like I said, just some trailing hearts. I want them to be just kind of scattered around. Willy-nilly. One more. Maybe right there. That just looks like falling hearts everywhere, and I do want to pop these up on some dimensionals. So I've got some left on this little card, and I've got 5. We're going to use these. I'm going to pull these up, and I'm going to just pick the hearts up and stick it to the back. And as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull off my adhesive so that I can just kind of drop these down over here and there. I'm going to use the next one. I really do like the fact that I went from something so subdued yesterday to something just kind of wild and crazy today. Because, you know, we can make our cards as personal as we like. You know, some of us are just a little wild and crazy, and some of us are a little more subdued. So, you know, you pick you. For me, I like both. I can be just as crazy, wild and crazy as they come, or I can be subdued and very ladylike. I love that one there. Okay, let's do this one right here. And we have just about used up all of these, so I can throw that one away. I always like it when I get down to my last few pieces on a card of something that I've used all of it. Always feels good. But this one I want it to go right into that. No, I want that to show. About like that. Alright, we can throw that one away and we will pull out another one. These are some little pieces. These are squares, not rounds, but they will still work because they will conceal themselves on the back of this. And I think this one I'm going to glue flat down. You know, they don't all have to be risen. We can do one up and one down. And I think I want this one up. It's the bottom of the card. I think the other two I'm going to do up. We did that one down, but that's okay. And one more. Now the only other thing that I'm going to do to this card is I'm going to put a white piece of cardstock on the inside and probably stamp a sentiment. Okay, there's the front. Clean out my glue. That went in good. I don't know if this went with this one or if it went with my other Misty. I think it's my other one, but that's okay. As long as it's in with the Misty, we can share magnets, right? I am going to get these up with my little vacuum. Those little pieces like to stick to our hands a little bit too much. So let me grab my piece of white cardstock. I knew that I was going to need it. Do y'all see the mess I make when I start crafting? So I just try to move everything to the side so that y'all can see what I'm doing. I noticed since I got this little glass mat, and I absolutely love this, that I have been much better at staying in frame. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4, 5 1/4. And let's look in here and say, I rough you. I'm just wild about you. Let's see what this one says. You stole my doggone heart. I love that one. I am going to put that in the middle. You stole my doggone heart. And do we want to do perfect pearls? I think I really want to do this in red. So I am going to grab my Poppy Red ink. Let's see, where did Poppy Red go hiding to? Yep, I'm going to do this one in Poppy Red. These are the Nouveau inks. I also have these in my shop. I love these. They stamp really, really well. And they have become my favorite ink. And why I love them, they're hybrid inks. And hybrid means you can use different types of stamp markers. I didn't mean stamp. You can use different types of markers with this ink without it bleeding. So whether you're using alcohol markers or water-based markers, it doesn't matter with these. They take the ink really, they take the stamp really well, and I'm gonna put this up here. You stole my doggone heart. I love that. And then we're going to do one more. Since I used the red on here, I am going to take a moment to just kind of scrub that off. I have a little squeaky clean on here. Nice and clean. And we're going to grab one more off of here, and we are going to put a rough view. I think that would be so cute. Rough view. I think we're going to do this in black. And I'm going to grab my black shadow. I love these inks. I cannot say enough about them. I'm hoping they're going to come out with more colors. Right now, I believe there's 2, 4, 6 colors. It comes in a gray, a black, a green, a blue, a red, and a brown. So, I'm hoping they'll come out with more of these because I love them. I love the fact that they put the color, the name on the side of it so you don't have to, which is such a time saver because I do take the time when I buy inks to use my label maker and I'll label the sides of them. I'm going to hold that down on there, let it get a really good impression. There we go. Put our top back on our ink. And I do have the squeaky clean in my shop if you're interested in purchasing that. I did not get the scrubbers. I believe he was out when I ordered my squeaky clean. So if you're interested in getting a scrubber, again, email me and I will definitely order some on my next. I'm going to do the same punch on this, the stub on each corner, just to kind of make it cohesive. And then we're going to glue this down on the inside, just like this. Let's use our tape runner for that too. I don't know. Let's go with the glue. It doesn't take very much of the art glitter glue, so I'm just going to go around the edges like this. And a little bit in the middle. And bring this over. Nice little edging around it. Just like that. And now that Valentine's Day card is done. I hope y'all like that. I love the perfect pearls with it. It gives it a nice sort of a gray. So we got that red, black, white, and gray look going on. And I love the way the sentiments, and I love the way this card came together. So y'all have to let me know what you think. If you like the style of this card, I love these colors. I think they really pop. And I enjoyed making it. So this is our second card in our Valentine series. Stay tuned for tomorrow with card number 3. If you like this video, please hit the like button below this video. Also, if you'd like to know when I put videos up, if you like what I do, if you enjoy my tutorials, please hit that subscribe button. That helps me build my my audience and build my my status with YouTube. And I will link at the bottom my store, so if you're interested in shopping, you can go there and look at the products that I have to offer. I do same day or next day shipping on most all of my products. If you order today before 3 o'clock, more than likely it will go out today. If you order after that, it will definitely go out tomorrow. So go check my store out. Subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up and a like on this video, leave me a comment All of those things are always so important. I read every comment that's left. I try to at least love, and if you have a question, you can leave the question there, and I will do my best to get an answer for you. God bless you always. Let everything you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven, and be thankful today, and uplift someone today. Show someone kindness and love. You never know how much what you say and do in someone else's life can mean to them. So until we craft again, God bless. Love you all. Bye-bye.